Hello and welcome back to Streaming Games. My name is Derek, and today we're going to take a look at a game made in 2005 called Fate, and the developer was Wild Tangent Studios, and the maker was a guy by the name of Travis Baldry, who later went on to work for a company called Flagship Studios, and after some buyouts and changes later, that became known as Runic Games, the makers of Torchlight and Torchlight 2. And this was the original inspiration for Torchlight. Wild Tangent's a maker of casual games, and what they wanted, or what Travis's original idea was to make a Diablo-light, an easy-to-access version of your dungeon crawler RPG. So as we flip through the different options, just keep in mind that this was intended to be a casual game for the, casual gamer, not a hardcore Diablo 3 player. And still, I think it's got a lot of interesting features, and anyone who does like Torchlight or dungeon crawling RPGs in general will probably enjoy this game as well. Or if you're on the fence just because you've heard about it and you want to see what the actual gameplay is like, well, that's the reason I'm here. So sit back as I make my little boy as old as possible, and we'll take a look at it. Gray hair and a beard? Nah, we'll go with this. Okay. Streaming games. And we get to choose whether we want a dog or a cat. I think I'm going to go with a cat this time. Fluffy. Fluffy is my companion on these types of games.
Since oldest living memory, the dungeon gate has stood in the heart of the old wood. Its doorway leads to infinite possibility, to subterranean lands fabled in stories and myths. Many adventurers have passed over that ancient threshold, some to find fame, glory, and wealth beyond telling, and others never to return. The town of Grove has ever been the safe haven at the dungeon's mouth, a watering hole and resting place for weary adventurers. Here great tales are told by the inn's fire, journeys are planned, and legacies are made. The minstrels sing of the great feats of heroes long gone, and statues ring the square, a testament to their deeds. After traveling many hard and dusty days, you and your faithful companion arrive at last in the fabled forest town, which waits beneath the long shadow of the gate. Within these walls lies the path to infinite adventure. It is here that you will test your worth, and perhaps find fortune and glory along the way. It is here that you will determine your fate.
Tales tell of a great elite ice drake whose name is spoken in whispers, Fool Ripper. For centuries it has waited on the 45th level of the dungeon, its evil seeping up toward the town. You must destroy it and rid the world of its evil influence.
Your journey has begun.
So here we are in the town of Grove. Left click to walk, visit shopkeepers, and perform quests. When you're ready, the dungeon gate will take you to your adventure. Alright, well, it's a very familiar looking site. Same isometric angle. There's old Fluffers. So let's go and take a look around.
Let me show you what I have to sell, eh?
Potions, gear, and scrolls. Yep, very familiar interface. Drag items from left to right or right to left to sell. And shift clicking to sell. Very familiar. Lots of potions. The town portals. And in this game we have books. Books of Identify and books of Portal as well. And over there in the far left corner is our fishing pole. That didn't come standard in the original game. There's our storage trunk. Nothing to store right now. And that's my pet purring away in the background. Full Ripper, the Elite Ice Drake, still awaits you on level 45. Alright.
Hello!
So here's one of the guys that gives us the initial quest, or a quest. It changes from one person to the next. A ruby gel named Fool Kicker the Betrayer and its army of rats has stolen a Grave Ripper's gold chain of blocking and taken it to level 1. Defeat the rabble and return. I'll give you this elven amulet of the fox as a reward.
You have received the quest.
So there it goes in our active quests. And in this game, from what I understand, we can either keep the item and just cancel the quest right here, or we can turn it in, collect our golden experience, and get the reward item. Well, I'm kind of broke anyway, probably can't afford to explore the town too much, so let's just go straight into the dungeon and see what we can find. If quest giver requests that the item be returned to him, you are not required to do so. Yep, that was the tip I just gave him. You must have read my mind. So here we are, level 1 of our first dungeon. And my cat's not wasting any time. Man, look at her go. And slow down, kitty. Okay, my cat's a killer. And I'm beating up a little mushroom thing. And up there on the left, you can drop potions in there to heal her. And they even have stats of their own. Of course, I need to break all the items in the area. Unfortunately, I can't break those big boxes. Uh-oh. Killer cat's on the move again. I can tell already I'm gonna have to watch out for her. So far, not a whole lot in this stuff. Well, there's some stuff. Okay, so breaking the boxes and the crates does give you some goodies eventually. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. My cat can open doors. Yep, Fluffy, I can tell already. You are going to be a real terror in this game. Nice shot, Fluffy. Alright, so there's one of our rooms. Let's go see what's in the next. So we have this fog of war thing going on here. And unfortunately it looks like my vision's only limited to a certain amount. So it starts to fog up behind me, probably to reflect line of sight. Oh, my first goodie, a socketed warrior chain. This is the inventory screen. Drag weapons and armor into the top slots to equip. Yep, use items by right-clicking on them. To use potions or fish on your pet, drag them to the pet icon or shift right-click. So that's my warrior's chain. Not exactly sure if it helps or not, but I might as well put it there. Uh-oh, my cat's freaking out. Oh, there's something over here on the right. Gels and more gels. Don't seem to be a match for her. My health is starting to run a little low though. There's a stamina potion. So on top of health and mana we have stamina too. That'll be interesting. I haven't seen it change much, so I'll keep an eye on it and see when we actually have to use it. And, ooh, a purple goodie here. You have found an unidentified item. That means the item has undiscovered magical powers. You know how this works. Use the identify scroll and right click. So that does 4 to 10 damage. And I get a 1% magic bonus. Oh, okay. And I can dual wield too. That's nice. And that sword I picked up is a little better, so we'll equip that and move along.
You have gained an experience.
My first level. Click on the red cross button to distribute points. Another item. Okay, so it looks like not only can we go through the doors, but the monsters can come through as well. You have gained new points to spend. Click the red cross next to each statistic. Interesting. Streaming games, the unknown. We have swords, clubs, maces, magic skills, dual wielding skill, critical strike skill. So, yeah, there's all kinds of things I can level up. That could be a problem if we're getting different weapons all the time. Looks like it's increasing each about 1 to 2%. Well, since I'm dual wielding, I think I might want one in there. Dexterity affects the likelihood of striking opponent as well as dodging the attack. Vitality, the amount of life available, as well as stamina, and magic, the amount of mana points. Increases the damage dealt by spells. Since I want to make sure I can hit them and stay out of the way of their attacks, I'm going to increase my dexterity. Stick around for part 2 of this video and I'll pick it up from there.